Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Talk to Me. Today I want to talk about the feasibility study of a public-private partnership multi-specialty hospital in Lagos, a presentation for an healthcare partner in Nigeria. The project concept circles around providing world-class healthcare services to the patient at affordable and sustainable costs. The mission statement is a company with a patient service charter standing out amongst the rest and world-class healthcare facility. A multi-specialty hospital is an hospital that has special features for their patients than other hospitals and are mostly funded by private organizations. In this case, the hospital is going to be funded by both public and private organizations. The examples of PPP, which is public-private partnership, are contract services, lease, BOTs, which is also known as build, operate and transfer, BOO, build, operate, own, and BBO, buy, build, operate. The project planning and management. The first stage is the financial management to the human resources management and the marketing. The second stage is the project concept and mission statement development, pre-feasibility study, feasibility analysis, facility planning and design, then the facility opening, which involves the healthcare facility and the medical equipment. Now, to more details about the pre-feasibility studies. We should ask ourselves so many questions when we are at this stage. For example, does the current regulatory guideline and framework support the establishment of a new healthcare facility? Is there a sufficient market for the new healthcare facility? Does the target market have the will to pay for this service? What percentage have access to healthcare insurance? What percentage pay out of pocket? Where will the facility be located? What is going to differentiate this facility from the rest? Are existing multi-specialty hospitals making profits? What types of specialty services are needed but are not currently being provided by existing specialty hospitals? How is the patient referral system structured? How much investment will the hospital need and how will it be financed? How will the hospital be staffed? Will the borrowing be from development financial institutions or bilateral lenders? These and so many other questions are what we should ask. Now to the feasibility analysis. The facility design and planning team, who are well experienced and knowledgeable, are needed to work together to ensure the design and construction plans are achievable and affordable. The project cannot be complete without the planning team, which are the medical director, director of clinical operations, the project manager, architects, engineer, and interior designers, consultants, specialty consultants, for example, biomedical engineering, acoustic, IT services, food services, material management, medical equipment planner, director of nursing, chief financial officer. Let's go deeper into the planning stage. The planning stage involves the feasibility study taking about 4 to 6 months, decision points, facility evaluation about 6 to 8 months, another decision point, schematics design phase about 4 to 6 months, contact document phase should take about 6 months, tendering should be about 2 months, bid analysis and comparison should be about 1 month, contract award, then the construction phase, which should be between a minimum of 12 months and a maximum of 16 months. Then the pre-commissioning stage or phase, which shouldn't take more than 2 months. Further on the planning, then there's need for assessments, which shouldn't take more than a duration of 2 weeks. Technology assessments, about 2 weeks. Facility evaluation, 8 weeks or more. Budgeting, 4 weeks. Priority setting, 2 weeks. Equipment planning, a duration of 3 weeks. Now to procurement. Prepare specification, shouldn't take more than 2 weeks duration. Preparing the tender and invitation to apply, shouldn't take more than 2 weeks too. Issue tender, 3 weeks. Receive bid, 4 weeks. Evaluate bids, 2 weeks. Award the contracts, 1 week. Receiving and staging, 1 week. Now we move on to the management stage, which involves acceptance of inspection, 2 weeks duration. Operation equipment installation and insurance, 2 weeks. User training, 3 weeks. Service support training, 4 weeks. Periodic inspection and maintenance, 4 weeks. Service documentation and management, 1 week. Supplier support, 6 weeks. Now we move on to the construction cost. The elements and the percentage of construction cost should be: feasibility study should be half of 1% of the construction cost. Project brief should also be half of 1% of the construction cost. Architectural design and specification shouldn't be more than 10% of the construction cost. Land could be less than 20% of the construction cost. Equipment and furnishing could be between 30 to 40% of the construction cost. Please note that the accurate cost can never be determined before the architectural design, engineering drawings, and interior decor or design, as this will influence the price and the cost of construction. Now let's move on to risk management and assessment. In risk management, we want to protect our business through insurance of the facility, equipment, and the personnel. Continuous maintenance of all medical facility and equipment increases its lifespan. Decision to buy, lease of share or share equipment. Selection of equipment should be determined by the cost effectiveness, efficacy, safety, easy to use, reliability, and continued user support. Now to risk assessment. The project's risk arising out of unexpected delays during construction, quality problems, cost overrun, lack of supplies, medical complications, environmental and safety risks. Insurance risks. Constructions related risk like cargo insurance, all risk insurance, business interruption insurance, operation related risk like public liability, machinery breakdown, professional liability, motor insurance, motor vehicle insurance, medical and evacuation insurance. Identified but unavoidable risks. Stakeholders like the community, the facility, where the facility is to be situated, the facility management decision. Now we'll move on to the financing of the project with either loan, equity, or both. The project cost would consist of the employment cost and the construction cost. Financial plan. So now we move on to equity and grants. We would have equity source 1 and equity source 2. Debt financing, long-term source 1, long-term debt source 1, and long-term debt source 2. Quasi-equity source 1, total financing. Financial viability using debt and equity. Free cash flow is invested back into the business after all expenses is deducted. Estimating financial viability with internal rate of return on investment is tested to see if investing the total amount of capital needed for the project will be an efficient use of capital. This is calculated using debt to equity ratio and financial return on equity. Financial return on equity is net of scheduled debts, payment of interest and repayment of principal. The equity investor requires a higher return on investment. Now, estimating cash flows. Lenders usually require free cash flows be at least 20 to 30% more than debt services, which includes loan repayments and interest. The financial projection in relation to expected and unexpected risk will determine the viability of the project. Risk management. Protecting your business through insurance of the facility, equipment, and the personnel. Continuous maintenance of all medical facility and equipment increases its lifespan. Decision to buy, lease, or share equipment. An example is the success story of Reddington Hospital, from a single specialty cardiac arrest healthcare to a multi-specialty hospital providing healthcare services within 5 years. This teaches us to start small and grow big. My source is reddingtonhospital.com. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you come back next time. Please remember to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.